welcome to A Game for Your Thoughts. Today we're talking about Ape Escape 2. Ape Escape 2 is the sequel to the first Ape Escape game and follows Hikaru as he chases after Spectre, the evil monkey, as he tries to stop Spectre's plans for world domination. The story of Ape Escape is pretty basic, so it follows Hikaru and Natsumi after Hikaru accidentally launches a bunch of monkey helmets into the zoo and giving the monkeys control, letting Spectre retake over the monkeys and also gets control of the Freaky Monkey 5 force. And so now Hikaru must go stop the Freaky Monkey 5 and put a stop to Spectre's plans. The story of Ape Escape 2 is a great vessel for the gameplay. I mean, the story really isn't anything too crazy, the characters aren't like super deep or important, but like it does a great job of keeping you entertained, and a lot of times I'd actually forget kind of what the main goal was, but the game does a great job of kind of reminding you, like, hey, keep an eye out for that Spectre guy. He's out there causing problems. So it was good to kind of get a good reminder like that. And in the end, I really enjoyed the story. It was nothing like anything too crazy. But like I said, it did a great job of getting me from point A to point B. And that's kind of all it really needed to do. So the whole point of Ape Escape is catching apes. I mean, the apes have escaped, and so it's your job to catch them. And so using a variety of gadgets and going through the many different levels, it's up to you to go and find these monkeys, solving puzzles using the gadgets to your advantage. And I actually really enjoyed the gameplay of this game. It was so much fun. Each level of Ape Escape is there's a lot of variety in the levels. Each one has something new to offer, and with the steady introduction of gadgets and stuff, you actually have a lot to do in each level. I mean, you can go to a level and you might not have the thing you need, so you have to go through and do a few other levels until you get the tool you need, then come back and do the levels and catch all the monkeys you need. And you have a certain amount of monkeys you need to catch on each level to unlock the next one. So using your tools and exploring the world, platforming, solving puzzles, you find the monkeys, catch them, and then move on to the next level. It's a very basic formula, but it works and plays really well, and it's really enjoyable. I actually really liked kind of the progression of the game. As it first starts out, it's very basic. It's just catching monkeys, super simple. But the steady introduction of gadgets, and as the monkeys kind of get new tactics and get a little bit more aggressive towards the player, it can actually get oddly stressful. There's a lot of moments that I was like, oh, that was close. The monkeys can actually like knock you out, and you have lives, and if you die too many times, then you have to start the level all the way over. At first, it's not a problem, but towards the back half of this game, it actually gets pretty tricky, and you got to implement a lot of tactics, which really makes you kind of like look at it in a lot of different ways, and it made it really enjoyable. One thing about this game I particularly enjoyed was the charm. It had a really good charm to it. It just kind of knew what it was, it didn't take itself too serious, and it just had fun with itself. The gadgets are a tad ridiculous, but they make a really good use of the controls and the environments. Solving the puzzles are really enjoyable, certain monkeys take different gadgets to take down, and it just does a really great job of making you use your arsenal to its advantage, and also just kind of have some fun with it. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it just is really charming and fun. I want to talk about the gadgets for a minute because it did something I particularly liked. It made me not forget what I had. I feel like a lot of games give you a lot of tools and different items, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I have all these tools to my advantage. And then you get to a certain point, you're like, I don't know what to do. And then so you like end up like going around forever trying to remember, and then you like Google it, and it's like, oh, you got to use your boomerang, and it's like, I forgot I had a boomerang. You know, you just have so many things in your inventory and things to use and abilities, you kind of forget what you have. But Ape Escape did a really good job of making me use all my tools pretty consistently that I didn't really forget about anything. I never hit a point where I was like, oh, I don't know what to do, and then I was like, oh, duh, I have this tool. It lets you equip 4 tools at the same time. I always had the stun stick and the net available, so I kind of only had 2 interchangeable slots, but it really lets you kind of just pick and choose how you want it set up, what tools you want on which button, and kind of what ones you want all the time, what ones you want to switch out, things like that. And I never really forgot what tools I had, and I really appreciated that, because a lot of games, I forget what tools I have, but Ape Escape, I always knew what tools I had at my disposal and what I could use. Catching each monkey was a lot of fun because they each all act and move in different ways. They have certain stats that they can use that you can actually use to your advantage. With the banana ring, you can actually attract some to certain areas, knock certain ones out a little bit easier than other ones. And you got to use their stats to your advantage, or certain monkeys will have like a type of personality or weapons that it uses that you just got to really use. And I like that, as it made each monkey different. I had to approach each situation a little different. And each monkey has its own name, and some of them are really fun. Towards the end of the game, there's a lot of really cool Star Wars references, and it's just fun to see what each monkey's name is and kind of have a little laugh, and it's just super charming. At certain points throughout the game, you're going to come across the boss fights of the Freaky Monkey 5. Each one does a really great job of using your resources and is a pretty good boss fight. You got to look for patterns and find the right moments to attack, and they're all really enjoyable. I particularly like the Pink Monkey fight. I just for some reason really enjoyed that one. It just used a lot of really great aesthetics. But I will say that Red Monkey is quite the asshole for using dinosaurs as weapons. Like, not cool, dude. Graphically and technically, this game looks and runs pretty well. I played the PS4 port of the game, so if you're on the PSN store, you can find this game for like a few bucks, and it's pretty sweet. It all works and runs pretty well. The biggest thing is there were some times where it would like kind of freeze for a second. I was really panicking that it was going to crash. It didn't, but it really freaked me out on moments when I hadn't saved in a while, and it would freeze for a second. I was like, oh no. This game also has a pretty stellar soundtrack. I really enjoyed the soundtrack of each level, and you can kind of unlock them and listen to them at your leisure, but you also have some sweet jams to run around and catch monkeys to. In the end, I had a pretty sweet time playing Ape Escape 2. It was really enjoyable. The gameplay was tons of fun, and it was complemented by a super basic but enjoyable story. I liked the variety of the levels and the gameplay. I liked how it made you use all your gadgets pretty well, and I never really forgot what tools I had. It made me use each of them in different situations. The puzzles were really clever, the monkeys were really fun to catch, and in the end, I just had a super sweet time. This game is super charming, it looks well, and it runs great, and has just a super rad charm that just makes this game such a lot of fun. I would really love to see a remaster or a continuation of the Ape Escape series. I feel like with what technologies we have now and just some new ideas, it's been quite a while since we've seen an Ape Escape game. I feel like we could get a really cool sequel, so I would really love to see that. Or just remaster the original 3, call it good. I would love to see that. So, in the end, I highly recommend you check out Ape Escape. It's just such a basic and fun experience that can actually at times get a little bit tricky, but all in all, it's tons of fun. I think it's absolutely worth your time if you're into really fun, charming games and really cool like platformer puzzle games. So yeah, absolutely go and check out Ape Escape 2. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video on Ape Escape 2. I hope you liked this game as much as I did. I totally remember renting this game from Blockbuster. Remember that place? Pretty sweet, right? Blockbuster, good stuff. But you know what would be awesome as well if you'd hit like, subscribe, and the bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And down in the comments, let me know, what is your favorite Ape Escape game? The first, second, or third? I like the second one the best. It was pretty awesome, and that's the one I played the most. And it's just a really rad time. So let me know what one is your favorite. Also, if you want to go check out more of my stuff, head over to twitch.tv/gameforyourthoughts to check out me streaming there all the time. I'd love to see you there. And if you want to go check out more of my stuff, that'd be sweet too. I got lots of game reviews, lots of Let's Plays, all that good stuff. And I would love to see you guys next time on A Game for Your Thoughts. Thanks for watching.